Jack, we've been trying to spend some quality time with all the folks that we talked to. You and I have been doing reports together for a long time. And as we close out, sort of get towards closing out the year, tell me a little bit, I guess, first of all, tell me a little bit about how this year went. As far as fishing in general, was 2018 a better year, an average year, or not as good?
I'd say a little bit below average.
A little below average this year? Do you think that we had two high river crests this year? Do you think the fresh water that was dumped into Breton Sound and it came through the Mardi Gras Cut and all affected that?
100%.
100%. But those fish didn't go far. I mean, you know, it's not like they disappear. So what do you see now as we get into the depths of winter?
I'm hoping the river's going to go back down. If the river goes back down, the water should clear up in the interior of Delacroix. And I think, like we were talking earlier, I think there are trout in the interior. Just the water's too dirty, and I've never been an expert on catching speckled trout in dirty water, along with a lot of other people.
Yeah, I don't think anybody truly is an expert on that. Well, when things get a little screwy like that, so what are we looking for? I mean, I'll give you an example of where I'm trying to go with this. You and I have fished together for quite a while. And the one thing I've noticed about Delacroix is that there are some spots that we have been to repeatedly, but very often you're picking some place that you and I have never been to. It may be just a shoreline because the water's right and the grass bed has grown that particular year and the way it should. I mean, how much in Delacroix is traditional spots and how much is scouting new ones?
Redfish is just traditional, you know. But you know, sometimes, like you did say, the grass grows differently and this and that. You got to set up on them spots a little differently. But the trout fishing, there's nothing traditional this year about trout fishing. No, I mean, Four Horse was on fire for a little while, and it slowed up when they, like I said, dredged the pipeline. That screwed that up. Then Lake John's been off. Shell Lake, Shrimp Lagoon's been pretty slow. It's just been a hard year with all this fresh water that's in the interior of Delacroix. I mean, the Delacroix's never extremely salty to begin with in the last 5-6 years anyway, but it's gotten real fresh here this year.
But you're still catching, you know, you're making it sound, I think, worse than it really is. That you're here and you're sort of very close to the picture. I think from somebody who's sort of standing back, you still got charter guides going out catching fish. You're still catching plenty of trout. The redfish are as thick as I think I've seen them in a long time. It's been a great year for red fishing. Talk about if somebody came down here and they're staying at the lodge, you know, what are the key things for them to look for right now?
For redfish, just the shorelines where you can, you know, get where they have a deep bayou, usually close to the shorelines where we got some grass. That's been best bet throughout the summer and everything. Just the fish, the redfish have been, you know, where they got a deep bayou, coming into a little bay with a nice grass line. You get on the edge of that grass line, like fishing along, for instance, fishing along this edge of this dock. You know, the grass makes a wall, the fish are swimming up and down the wall, and, you know, looking for little crabs and minnows and shrimp, and that's why we've been whacking them redfish so well.
You see the traditional places, Point Fiend, Wreck Bay, Bayou Batola, First, Second, Third Bay. I mean, the Oak River Drift, those kind of things. Do you see those things still having a lot of potential as we get into the colder weather?
I'm hoping. I mean, I'm thinking there's fish that we just can't catch because the water's so dirty. And, you know, that's just like when the fish is on fire here, and you fish and you catch a lot of trout, and then you go back 2 days later after a cold front and it's chocolate milk, you don't hardly catch any fish. You know, when the water clears back up, bam, fish everywhere. You're like, wow, are they back here just as thick as they were prior to the cold front? So that's what I'm shooting and hoping for, because there are some guys catching a few trout here and a few trout there. Most of the trout are on the other side of Terra Buff, the Lake Amity side. There's a good amount of fish over there. But you know, I think once the water clears back up, I think there might be some decent numbers of trout in the interior. It just has not been clean at all this year.
Because of the exceptionally high river. So, all right, so if you're a Delacroix lover, then certainly you're going to fish for the redfish primarily. In the water we caught a limited trout, a limited redfish in less than an hour, 47 minutes I think was the number. And that water was filthy. But it was on a deep channel. with a grass bed, and actually added was a point where that water sort of came around and gave them another ambush point. So even in the dirty water, you can catch all the reds you want.
That's just unlimited amounts of redfish. If you like to catch redfish, I would definitely highly recommend you come in and fish about 1.5 2 foot under a poppy cork along the edge of the grass lines, and you're gonna have plenty of fun with redfish.
And if that river drops a little bit, then we're very likely going to see that water clean up. And I think you're going to go back to the traditional shell bottom drifts that you do from Amity to Point Fiend and 100 other areas. And then as you get into that cold weather, that whole Oak River depth will make a difference there. Huh?
I'm thinking so. I'm just waiting for the. I think I see an opportunity coming. The river's dropping kind of fast right now, and I think we're about to possibly get a chance to get the diversion shut off. A few other things that are working in our favor, and I think we're about to get into some clear water, and I think the things are going to change.
All right, last two questions. If I had to go this weekend to catch redfish, give me an area.
I would hit Shell Lake, Shrimp Lagoon, all the grass beds along Point Fiend. Just Bay Jack, Navette back up in them corners up in there. There's fish all through there.
If I had to catch speckled trout, I had to. I hate redfish. I have to catch speckled trout.
Go to the lake.
What's my best bet?
Lake Amity side, Tessine Lagoon, all through that area, right next to Lake Amity, the Bayou Bateau.
Tasmania.
Yeah.
All the way up to Lake Robin?
Yeah, all through there, fish the bayous, fish on the bottom, try popping cork too, but, try to fish some of the deeper channels, deeper spots in the channels, and there should be some trout, because they've been steadily catching trout over there. Some of the guys that really know how to fish and over in that area have been doing really well with trout because they come in here with boatloads of them.
Would you say that it's critical right now, live shrimp, just significantly better simply because it is live shrimp and the fish are having a hard time seeing the bait, so you want every...
You know how good shrimp work. I mean, it's hard to leave home without them. I'm not just saying that because I sell them, but, live shrimp is definitely a number one. If they see that shrimp, they eating that shrimp.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the wrap up from Delacroix, Captain Jack Payne at Sweetwater Marina. Give him a call. Certainly he's usually pretty good about giving some spots away. Full accommodations, full store, launch, bait, everything you can imagine, and as many guides. He can put together as big a charter party as you want to put together, should you prefer to let someone else show you where the fish are. Thank you, sir.
Anytime, man. It's always fun fishing with you.
Always fun fishing.
It's always fun whipping him, too.
Pulling on the bully beat down. You see, I caught the first fish.
I'll let you.
I'll let you get the last one.
I know you did.